Brad right here from the Single Malt Whisky Club, and what a start to the new year for this guy with a house move. So to be honest, I have got stuff everywhere and still so much to do and unpack. So I'll keep this short and sweet. Hope to unveil my new whiskey cellar, whiskey room to you guys next month's video. But until now, it's going to have to be a virtual background, I'm afraid. But the good news is we have got two fantastic sherry bombs for January. A lightly peated Tassie single malt from 𝒁𝒐𝒏𝒅 Spirits and a 14-year-old non-peated Scottish malt from the 𝒍𝒂𝒏𝒅 distillery, the rolling cask 𝒍𝒂𝒏𝒅 2008. This month, it gives us great pleasure to be featuring a whiskey by one of our own members, Kirk Pinner, and his Island Coast whiskey brand. Island Coast Spirit's story, I guess, is one of hard work, hands-on quality control and cask selection, fantastic business sense, and tirelessly working to get his 100% Tassie products stocked all over Australia. I mean, the guy's got more frequent flyer miles than anyone I know. So this is a French oak ex-Oloroso 5-year-old single malt whiskey from Tasmania for the fantastic price of $125. Matured at sea level in Australia's southernmost municipality, the Huon Valley. This is an exclusive to Single Malt Whisky Club, and it's a sherry bomb at a perfect 44% ABV. So how does it taste? On the nose, soft sweet fruits, hint of fig and apricots. There's some spiciness with nutty creaminess, and there's a very mild, light, smoky character and a touch of leather there. The palate, I got it's 9 o'clock in the morning here doing this video. On the palate, yeah, typical French oak Oloroso spice, nice and oily. Just a hint of peat smoky flavour. It's barely discernible in the palate, with dried stone fruit, apricot. Yum. There's a sweet oily caramel, and there's a light Christmas cake sort of notes there as well. The finish, it's nice. It's still going. It's a really warm finish. There is a bit of sea salt. I guess that maturation at sea level inspired, perhaps. Dry, smoky influence, again, with more nuttiness and raisins. It's even some honey notes as it fades. Yum. Look, if you're fearful on reading this that it's peated, or hearing about this that it's peated, expecting big iodine-y, band-aidy notes, like, don't be. Australian peat most usually is done by smoking already malted barley in a smoker. So compare that to the Scottish method, where they use peat to actually dry and arrest the peating process. So the Scottish peat gets a much higher sort of influence. So this is much lighter. Think distant campfire rather than burning hospital, I guess. So anyway, our extra, and I apologise straight up, the only bottle of my entire collection that got broken during the move was the review bottle for the rolling cask 𝒍𝒂𝒏𝒅. So I don't have one to show you. It's a 2008 100% sherry butt aged 𝒍𝒂𝒏𝒅. Now, as usual with the rolling cask indie bottler, they put a beautiful colourful label on it. This time it's in homage to the World Cup soccer. So why? Well, who knows? There's no real explanation. So I'm assuming either Roland, the owner of Rolling Casks, is just a complete soccer nut, or maybe he's vying for one of those highly vaunted FIFA World Peace Prizes. Who knows? But my bottle broke, so here's what the creator said of his tasting notes, basically. So nose, striking gunpowder and flinty struck match notes up front. Classic sulphury sherry character from an active butt. Hints of earthy mushrooms. Dark chocolate and roasted nuts underneath. The palate, rich and intense sherry bomb. Dried fruits, raisins, figs. There's tobacco, leather, and spicy oak. The flinty minerality persists, balanced by sweet toffee and a touch of meaty umami, typical of Glenrothes in heavy sherry. Finish long warming with lingering gunpowder smoke, dark cocoa, and drying tannin. So it's got a bit of an astringency at the end, I'm assuming. So that's it for January. Take your pick of 2 bona fide sherry bombs, a lightly peated Tassie, or a non-peated Speyside. Both are absolutely fantastic sherry matured spirits, and I promise you won't be disappointed either. I'm going to wait for my replacement bottle of the rolling cast to show up, and then I'll have both as well. So until next month, in a much better organised and hopefully spectacular Whiskey Cave, this is Brad Wright. 𝒔𝒐𝒏𝒅.